'cause baby, you've got it all wrong. Just how long did you think that you could fake it? Can't hold on, we already started breaking. I'm not yours, so stop acting like you own me. I know me, no, you're never gonna show me. I'm so beyond being hurt and heartbroken. I'm too far gone, I just can't even hold on. No, I know I should have stopped it when I noticed your eyes. Look at how they lie. Your eyes, they lie. Your
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Practical.
Oh, we're
All right.
back.
We are back. Hello.
Hello.
He pulled a me.
I heard we had a bird emergency. Is bird okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bird's okay. She just had something scared her, and then I had to towel her and then wrap her up and then
Wrap
try
her
to
up.
calm her down.
Yep.
And
I
then
told
nothing
you,
helped, and then she wanted to go to bed.
don't put my face on where she can see it. You can't do that to animals. They can't handle that. Just please don't do that.
It was when
Oh.
Fate was talking to his twin brother on the phone, so I think she panicked over why are there two of the same voices?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, that's awesome. That's sad. I'm glad that
I know.
that
She's okay though.
I'm glad
She's okay.
You
She's
put her to
just
bed?
dramatic.
Really?
in
I
bed.
never knew that. I never knew that.
Takes after me.
All right. So we're going to continue on. Those of you in chat, again, we're going to go chat silent as we focus on this. Where we left off we have seen, we've seen some incredible stuff. I'll do a full recap when we break for this week. But really, we've seen, the last scene was Wilson and Cham are looking at inventory levels to see what can be used as a weapon. And we have Davis, who is eating some food, drinking some water, and twitching as she is trying to fly this ship back towards the USCSS Kronos that has shown up on radar. All right, so we left off. You had seen the inventory levels of what might be used or what's available downstairs in the maintenance bay. What would the two of you like to do?
So we were looking over the armaments.
Well, you were looking
Right.
at what is available down there, and these stood
Yeah.
out. These items stood up as something you might be able to modify and use if you need them. So again, you found a cutting torch. You see that you have a cutting torch that's available, a grappling gun that you would use again in space if things are floating away. You can shoot it, grab it, and reel it back in, and then an incinerator unit.
So, Cham, I'd like to recommend, because of your expertise with some of these tools, especially the torch, that you take that one. Do you know what your sorry, my throat. That chocolate got to me a little bit there. So, do you know what your partner's expertise with the flamethrower thing is?
I have no clue, unfortunately.
Ah,
Never inquired
Yeah.
about her, how does one say, expertise.
I guess we'll have to ask her directly. I'd like to take hold of this grappling hook thing just in case, and could be useful to assist in whatever we might need.
Okay.
All right. So the two of you are there. Are you going to stay there? Or are you going downstairs?
Right. Lead the way, sir. After you.
How close are we to the? Okay, fine. For the moment, what I'd like to. Okay, Cham basically puts down. Okay, Cham lays. I lay down the flamethrower. Was it the flamethrower? Yes.
Well, you're in the galley right now. So
The cutting torch. Oh, we're back up in the galley?
Yeah, you're still in the galley. You were looking on the computer terminal to see what was there.
Okay, my mistake. Right. In that case, Cham's gonna head down. Cham, hang on, 1 minute. Yeah, the Cham heads down towards the loading area towards the cargo area to have an actual physical look at the items.
Okay.
Because, frankly, Cham's the kind of guy. I'm the kind of guy who prefers to actually see and check things out physically. I don't fully trust just because the computer says that. Don't trust that's going to be in 100%.
Okay.
How do I go down there with him?
All right. So the two of you are gone. I'm going to go back up over to the bridge. So Rye, Davis, and Miller. You brought food and water, not coffee, over. Davis, you've got some stuff there. Talk to me.
I'm gonna take a couple bites of food to appease the captain. And just continue to try to make our way over there. And then and just like slowly pick at her food. Like
Okay.
it's not sitting great.
I'm guessing you're also looking. Are you looking at the instruments, or are you just focused on the food?
Absolutely.
And kind of side looking at the captain, like, can you leave now? Or
Yeah, definitely focused on the equipment, where the other ship is, focused on navigating over there. Yeah, that's the main focus.
okay.
And we're like, when she feels the captain looking, that's when she'll like take a bite of food. Just...
Okay. You'll notice that now that the radar shows you the location of the ship, and you're going at speed 0.2, the other ship seems to be pulling away from you. So it probably is going a little bit faster than you are. So
I'm gonna try to match speed.
Okay.
Just to try to see how fast it is going, and then I'll pick up to catch up, so I know when I catch up to it what speed to like bring back down.
Okay. And are you increasing speed by 0.1 increments,
yeah.
or 0.2, or so 0.1? So you're going to go from 0.2 to 0.3. It's going to take a little while for the engines to give you enough propulsion or thrust towards that.
If it feels like it takes a little too long, that's when she'll like start bumping it up by 2.
Mm-hmm. So it would take around, say about 5 minutes to get you from 0.2 to 0.3.
At the 3-minute mark, she bumps it up.
To what? You bump it up 2 more? Or
2 more, yeah, just
so
to try to catch up.
5? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Still, again, it's going to be about 7 minutes before it gets to that speed.
Yeah.
Okay. So while that's happening, Captain Rye.
Davis,
Yes.
I hope you're feeling a little bit better.
Feeling great, Captain. Looks like the ship is pulling away from us a little bit. So I'm gonna try to match speed to figure out how fast it's going. Then I'm gonna catch up. So
That means it's been moving this entire time.
yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yes, please calculate that. I need to prepare the crew for when we're going to be boarding. Rye,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Wilson is asking for 10%, you heard. I want to make sure that he earns that. You keep an eye on him, all right?
Uh-huh. Just looking up
Right.
at her between bites. How's she handling Davis?
Seems fine for now.
Just you need me here or you got it? Are we good?
I think we're good.
Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? Captain, ma'am. I'm gonna see if I can find up a harness for our friend. Sound
Go
good?
ahead, Rye. It does. That sounds wonderful. But Rye, I also need you to keep an eye
Yeah.
on the electricals on the other ship. If we're going to be switching over, take inventory of what we need to move from this one to that.
Got it.
We don't want to waste anything.
No. Means more
All
money.
right.
Yeah. Not that we're hurting for money here.
No, never.
Never ever.
That's sarcasm. And
I
she
got it,
decided to
Vicky.
start walking out to go make my harness.
Okay, where are you walking to?
I believe the cargo has all my stuff, would it not? Or whichever room would have bits and bobs for me.
Well, downstairs in maintenance, you would, if that's what you're looking for, your living quarters,
Yeah.
the galley has that. But if you're going into the galley first, because that's where Cham and Wilson are, you notice they're not there. Like, they were just there a few minutes ago eating. There's no one here.
By
And-
the way, real quick, sorry to interrupt. I wasn't able to move myself into the same space with him.
let me. Wait, there we go. There we go. You're off on another floor.
Thanks.
Thank you. So they are not here, and you don't see them. You can't hear anyone talking. I forgot to put the noise on again for the background. There we go. So they're not here.
I guess I'm not the only one busy. Put my little cup down. Time to go make a harness. And start heading down to, I guess, that's probably where I would go.
Probably, right? That's
Probably is the cargo.
where you work, where you feel comfortable, right? You're the heart of everything. You're the comm-tech specialist. Cham is the big heavy machine type. That's why you guys work so well, very well balanced. So are you going downstairs then?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll move you. Yep, you can go down the stairs either way. If you want to go down those stairs,
I took the long way.
you did. So I'm going to move you, and
Sorry.
that's okay. You'll see you're coming up over by the engines. You should be able to scroll over to the map on the other side of the screen. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bridge crew. Miller and Davis. How are things going up there? Miller, you see Davis not really eating, but every once in a while kind of turns her head, looks at you, takes a tiny little bite, and twitches a little bit.
Davis, you know we can't waste food, right?
I'm getting there.
All right.
It's fascinating that this ship is just trugging along.
Wanted to ask you about that. Do you have any experience flying a ship like that?
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Do we know if we can move our cargo from here to that ship? So we
Well-
can make sure that we can get all of these things done.
Rye is taking inventory. We're going to do as much as we can. However, that payout might just be worth losing a few things.
Absolutely, but I'm just trying to maximize.
Davis?
Yeah?
Got a bit of a weird reading when I asked Mother to scan the ship.
Okay.
We have 5 life forms in cryo, but
Mhm.
it seemed to have picked up something else, and I'm not quite sure what. I will need you to stay on the ship and just be ready to take us out of here, just in case, if there's any uncalled for danger.
Absolutely. What do you...
All right.
Did it specify? Just...
It
say exactly?
did not specify.
I don't trust this company, man.
Oh, I don't either, Davis. I don't either. But money is helpful.
Yes. We'll send him in first.
Oh, yes.
And as soon as
Absolutely.
you guys leave, I'll go search his room.
That sounds like a perfect plan, Davis. Also, just so you know, I will be picking up my usual gear from mine, so... I will be headed onto the ship with them so that we can assess.
You better be close to that door.
I will be.
Or leave your key card to Mother here for me. Either one. I'd prefer you to make it back.
As much as I understand your concern, Davis, so far, should be fine. I'd best keep it on me.
Okay.
So, Davis, you know procedure is, and everyone on the crew knows this, so procedure in case the captain is unavailable, dead, incapacitated,
In the
missing.
toilet.
The next in command will be able to enter via terminal a status for that and be able to have access to Mother. So inside of that passageway, once you open the door and go in there, if you have marked the captain as not available, so again, one of those statuses, a secondary door will open which will give you your own key card, and you will now have captain access to Mother.
Okay.
So you wouldn't necessarily ask for her key card because you are the
Just
second
a
in
little
command.
joke we have.
Just stir the pot. Were you able to connect with their mother on their ship?
What an interesting idea. I'll try that now. Which model do you think that would be 70 years ago?
That's a question for Rye, I think.
We'll see if Mother can connect first. Let me know what our status is.
Absolutely.
All right, and then before we get to you and Mother, we're going to switch on over to the crew who is looking at what we have available in the maintenance shaft or maintenance area. So Wilson and Cham, you are downstairs. Kind of all the tools, all the lockers are kept here. You see a big loader over there. You see the access way to get over to Daisy next to you. What do you do?
I actually recall that I asked Cham or Cham makes his way over to Daisy just to see if Daisy's in good running order. Pats her on the console. How you doing, old girl? And starts running a diagnostic, a low-level, quick diagnostic, just to see that systems are running okay.
Yep. Diagnostics going to take a couple of minutes to run through full systems on it. But as it's going through that, you're noticing everything is green. Everything is coming up the way it should be. So it's going to run for a few minutes for you. Do you want to sit there waiting for it? Do you want to go out, leave the cockpit for Daisy and do anything?
While the diagnostic's running, I'll also go and check if all the hydraulics or equivalent are working for the claw and stuff, just to make sure the whole system is working order. The diagnostics just make sure the computer systems are all right, but the actual physical aspects is something I'd also want to check.
Perfect. I assume you're also going to check the doors that are sealed that would normally open up so that you can lift Daisy out of there and fly her over and then fly her back and seal it up. Obviously, it's still airtight, but the hydraulics for that, you're also checking that?
No, currently I'm checking just Daisy. I'm
Just
not
Daisy?
checking the ship.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
not checking the ship yet. So yeah.
Perfect. So you're going to go and look through the hydraulics, all the manual parts that are not computerized, and that will take you a few minutes to do. You're going to notice, with standard use, and it's an old lifter, oil dripping here and there, and you're like, hey, you probably need to do some basic greasing up some of the joints, putting some oil on, some basic maintenance on it, because it's a little beat up.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. And while you're doing that, Wilson, what are you doing? You see Cham climbing up into the cockpit of Daisy, and you've never really been down here. You know of it, right? You're a company man. You know the ships all have it, but this is not normally where you would go, other than when they're first loading everything, right? And you would have gone down there just to make sure, from a company stance, everything is secure.
I would have, when I was looking at the records of the ship's manifests to see where everything was stored, go look for the things that I wanted to come down here for, those weapons, and go look in the storage locker or wherever those might be, just to start getting them prepared for us.
Absolutely. So you know a general idea of where they are, and kind of the size of it, because you were looking through it. It gave you some of the dimensions of it. So, this is probably in that really big locker that it said it was over in this area. That's pretty smaller over here. So you're going to start pulling this equipment out. And are you putting it on the benches or on the floor if it's too large? Are you just holding on to it, going on to the next one?
I'm going to look for the 3 pieces that we indicated could be used as weapons, and start just kind of organizing them on a bench or table nearby.
Okay. So you had said the cutting torch was one of them. The grappling gun was the other, and the incinerator units. So two of those, the cutting torch requires power, and the torch itself is unpowered when you pull it out of storage. The incinerator also needs a power and fuel cell for that, also not attached to the device.
Gotcha. Would I have enough technical knowledge to be able to find those, basically the charges, find those for those?
So the power cell, you're going to look around and you're going to see a work area that has a large number of batteries that are all charged up, or in their chargers to be used, all different sizes. So if you want, you can go and try to, this might fit, let me try to put it in, no, let me try another one. You could do that if you want, or you could go and ask a question. For the incinerator, same thing, you could find a power cell for it, but you're not sure where the fuel cell would be for that.
Okay. Well, I'll do what I can do. I'll get the battery and the power cell to put with the two devices that they go with, and then if he's not done with what he's doing, then I'll go find him and ask him where go find him after that and talk to him.
Perfect.
Cham.
That sounds good. Rye, I'm going to switch over to you. So you came downstairs at the near the engines. Are you going to stay over there? Are you going to kind of go back up to the main area? You're on mute.
Is this where I can find pieces to make the harness?
Yes.
I'm gonna start looking for pieces to make the harness. I want to look for just a kind of strap chest harness, some rope to, and if it's possible to find some kind of light that I can make blink, and a remote control that I can turn it on and off if I want.
Okay, some of the items you can find here, but this is the engine compartment. So things like
Okay.
rope, lights, probably not here. I mean, you would see
Okay.
like high intensity flashlight
Okay.
along the wall at the entrance, because if something went wrong, you'd probably be running in there, grab a flashlight. If the power went down, right, this is the engines. So you would have that, but you wouldn't find everything that you're looking for here.
Okay. Do I know which other room I would need to?
Yeah, you
Head
probably
off
want to
to-
go up to the front area, which is where all the storage, all your tools are, the workbench. So yeah,
Yeah.
you would walk up to that area, and I can move you there. I don't know if
Yes.
you can
Yes,
move
please.
yourself. Can you try to move yourself? I don't know if.
Am I just going up by them?
Yeah, go up by them. You could be
Yeah,
either
I can.
to the left or right of them, where it says tankage.
There we go.
Perfect. So you're going to walk up there. It's going to take you a little while, not too long, to get up there.
Okay.
It's really, really loud and noisy, right? The engines are going, and your air scrubbers are running right now. The electrical plant's going. The air scrubbers, so that you know, is the way that it works. It uses a giant pool of water. It's taking the air that you breathe, running it through that, and cleansing it, and then running it through filters. So it's very, very loud down there. As you get over there, you see that Cham is going through Daisy and doing what Cham is very good at, making sure that it's working, and oiling and greasing the movable parts on there. But you notice Wilson has pulled some stuff out of storage and is kind of rummaging around where the batteries are and on certain of your workbenches. So you do find them, right? You didn't know where they were. They're down here.
Okay. Gonna look Wilson up and down. And what are you doing?
Well,
In our stuff.
Valen, I'm trying to get my work on, as it were. You know, we all sometimes gotta pitch in around here, right? If we're gonna make this happen, I suggested to our good friend Cham that we come down here and start preparing some things, because we knew that the captain would be wanting us to do that. He's over there checking on Daisy, I believe. And I thought while he was doing that, I should find us some weapons, just in case, you know, you never know if there's some sort of mutiny or something that went on that other ship. And we should probably want to protect ourselves when we go over there.
Kind of look him up and down again and the weapons he's messing with. Right. And I'm gonna...
I mean, they're not really weapons per se. They can be repurposed for that, of course. They're really tools, right? But in a pinch, they can work to protect ourselves.
And you know how to repurpose them?
Well, I mean, I do have standard issue for company men like myself is ranged combat training. I'm not an expert by any means, but I do have some skill, at least a little bit. So, how about yourself? Do you have any kind of training that would help facilitate? I was thinking that Cham would take this torch, you could take the flamethrower, and I'd take the grappling hook thing here.
I'm gonna walk over to where the flamethrower is and pick it up and kind of nonchalantly aim it at the ground, but like in front of him. So I just point and click, right?
Basically, I believe that's the way it's going to work. But of course, right now it doesn't have a fuel cell in it. I just has the charger. Since I didn't know what
Lift it a little higher.
Mhm.
I have no combat training.
Well, but you've used that device as a tool, right?
Well, I can use a tool.
Well, just I guess if we run into any problems that need that kind of violence, just most of the time I think the preparation for it and the threat of violence is enough to put people in a different state of mind. So just wing it.
I'm gonna set it down and start measuring him for his harness. Just hold still for 1 minute. This is for your own good. Yeah.
This is a
Trust
tailored
me.
suit, you know. I can give you my measurements if you'd like, but I don't
I'm
think we know
working
each other
with
that
what
well,
I got.
Byron.
Either you let me measure or you float away. Pick one.
Really? All right. I mean, if that's the way you're gonna go for it.
I like nonchalantly.
Wilson, you have no idea what she means by any of this.
So when you say float away, are you talking about like if we have to go outside the ship? I'm not really a big fan of that. I thought we were gonna try and take, you know, dock with the other ship or something like that.
The way I look at it, Captain wants you go with me wherever I go. And where I go is where you're going. So, buckle up, Buttercup.
Fair enough. I shall put myself in your capable hands.
Can I, like, while I'm measuring, kind of gently pat with the palms of my hands to see where the contract is?
Sure, you absolutely can. Why don't you roll a...
Out of character. I haven't printed it out on paper yet.
Oh, never mind. I wouldn't be
like...
looking. I don't know.
Okay.
And start to go back to my bench then. Start applying everything and looking for what I needed.
All right. Well, you're going to find it because you know where you have rope stored, where you have the leather strips, right? The batteries, the LEDs. Wilson, you find the batteries. You finally were able to get batteries to fit inside of both of the devices that are there. You don't know where the fuel cell is, but you got everything else.
So, you still haven't told me where the fuel cell is, so we can get this thing functional.
Top shelf, to the right. That way.
Ah, all right. Thank you.
Welcome. And I go back.
So you're going to find 2 fuel cells up there.
I'll of course charge the device with one of the fuel cells or attach it, and then hand the other one to Rye and say, keep this close on you just in case we need more than one, which I hope we don't need any at all.
All right. So Rye, this device is around 3 feet long. Kind of big, kind of bulky. You've used it before. It's not your forte. You're not good with these large, bulky items, but you know how to use it. You've used it when you've had to go and seal up giant sections where you've applied some paste on there because there have been air leaks, because we can't afford to fix it, and you just blast it with flame, so you know how it works.
This better be worth it, is all I'm saying.
So I'm gonna put that in your inventory.
Okay.
So as she's doing that, she seems hesitant. I'm gonna say, maybe I got your skills and capabilities confused with your friend. If
I
you
got it.
All right.
Okay, so you currently have it on your inventory.
Okay.
All right, and you can click on the name. I think, you can click on it if you want to read up a little bit about it. But there you go. Nope, you want to. If you go
I
all
just
the
rolled
way,
it, sorry.
that's okay. If you go all the way to the right of the line, it looks like a little pencil notebook.
Oh,
You
okay.
can click on that, and it'll open it up.
Thank you.
Okay, so you've got that. Wilson, what were you gonna hold on to something, right?
Right. I wanted to hold on to the grappling hook.
Grappling. Great. So I'm going to put that in your inventory. Let me add this in right now. And I'm going to remove the candy bar because that is no longer in your inventory.
Perfect.
And the way that you can do that, going all the way over to the right, there's a little, like a pencil icon. If you right-click on that, you can actually do a remove from that, and you'll be able to see that. Left-click on it will give you the description of it. Okay,
Got
so
it.
you've got the harpoon gun on there. And I'm
Cool.
going to go back because we've got, as this conversation has been going on, we have our wonderful Captain Miller talking to Mother.
Mother? Mother? Mother?
Well, Mother is waiting for the question, for a
All
question.
right.
You can see
I'm
the
still
prompt
tired from
flashing.
cryo.
Yep, it's flashing, waiting.
Sometimes I forget she's not human. Mother, can you connect to the ship intelligently, to the core, to the processor?
Mother not responding.
Mother, if you were not responding, how would one restart you?
And Mother is going to show on the screen the steps to restart a Mother mainframe, which include restoring power and then the commands that would be entered into the Mother terminal to activate it.
Mother, please send this to my Fitbit. My tablet.
It gets transferred over to your pad.
Thank you. Let's see. That's all I need for now. Thank you, Mother.
All right. And Davis, how are you doing over there?
Just dandy. Are we catching up?
You are. You are going at. Let's see. You're at 0.5 right now, so you're
Correct.
catching up to it. So you know it's somewhere between the 0.2 that you were at while you were speeding up and the 0.5. If you want to try to figure out the speed, give me another piloting.
Piloting. Nope, not command. Hold on. I can
That's
read.
okay. So you do have one success. There you go. You have a 1/6 on your stress die. That still counts. So you can figure out, based on that and what you're seeing on your terminals, it's going at about a 0.4,
At a 0.4.
and you're at 0.5 right now. Or yeah, you pushed it up to a 0.5.
About how far away are we? I can tell with the radars, correct?
Yeah, you can tell. So it's going to take you about, let's say about half an hour to get to it.
If I bump up our speed to 0.7, 0.8, how long do you think that would take?
Well, give me some piloting rolls and I'll tell you how fast it'll get you there. Oh, okay.
So can you explain that? So she got 4 successes. And
5
then-
successes.
So if you take a look, you see the black dice are your normal dice that you would roll for succeed or fail. The yellow dice are the stress levels. So every time you get a stress, you get another yellow dice. And it rolls with your dice pool that's available for whatever skill you're doing. So you can still you'll see the first yellow dice that she rolled is a success. So she has 5 successes. But that next symbol on the second yellow dice is a stress. So that means something happened, right? The first time she rolled that, she got that nervous twitch that she still has on here. And the way that you resolve it is you always resolve the stress first. So something happened, right? She panics right now as she bumped it up or was trying to figure out. I think you said you were going to figure out bumping it up, how long it would take. So doing the math on that, the stress got to her at this point. So we're going to resolve that, and then we go and look at the successes. So stress always happens first.
Okay.
Okay.
So apparently Davis hates math just as much as Druid does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, even with a huge mainframe here, just doesn't want to do it. The stress of having, the captain right here, Miller, is just literally 10 feet away, looking over Davis's shoulder as she's trying to do this. That's too much. So your panic increases by 1 more. First of all, looking at what it
Stress
says.
level 4.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
How do I bring stress down? As a general
Rest.
whole.
And I believe your card, you have an ability, I think, to help you bring it down. Or something in your inventory. I don't remember which it was. But you have something to help do it. Normally, for all other characters, the way that you de-stress somehow, right? That's how we humans do it. For the crew, for the... really, for Cham and Rye, probably going down to maintenance and just hanging out there and having the hum of the engines, right? That's your zen place. That's where you love to be. Wilson, you're a company guy, so you're used to a better life. Hanging out with the crew, you probably want to go and get some rest in your quarters. And whether it's reading or getting on the terminal and communicating back, that's kind of your de-stressor. Miller, you're captain. You don't really de-stress very well because you've got debt over your head, but you're able to. Sleep is always available for you. And then if your card tells you anything, I don't remember if it does or not. You would be able to do that. So I'd give you flexibility and what would help you reduce that stress. And the way the stress levels go down, it's the way that we're doing it in here is for every 2 hours of whatever the activity is that any of you are doing, unless you have an item that lets you do it, we're going to reduce your stress by 1. Normally, they say it's 1 shift, which is 8 hours. We're not going to do that for this for this one. Otherwise, everybody's stress is going. Well, some people's stress is already climbing. That's it. I'm not saying who. What are you? You're at 4. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Make
does
that
explain
poll
it?
right now.
Okay, so you're panicking right now is what we have here. And then some more panic. It says whether by stress, confusion, or the realization you're going to die anyways, you drop a weapon or other important item. So you're sitting in a chair, you probably have your notebook where you're doing your calculations, you have food trays, all right? Your cup of water is right here. These things, you twitch uncontrollably from the last time, and it just causes all of this to go clattering across the floor. So your food, the water, your notebook, your pencil that you would be using are just dumped on the floor and just making a mess around.
Captain, I gotta run to my quarters really quick.
All right. I'll man the bridge.
I'll make sure that we're staying at 0.5 speed. Don't touch anything. I'm gonna hustle to my footlocker.
0.5 speed, don't touch anything. Got it. How long
Yes.
will you be gone?
Not long.
All right. And take your food with you. You haven't finished
It's-
yet.
It is all over the floor. It's
Oh.
fine.
Well, you'll be paying for that.
Once we make all of this money from this haul we're about to get, I will pay you back double.
Don't forget.
I'll put it in our contract. I'll be back. I'm gonna head to my footlocker, wherever that is, in my quarters, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, you can just go over to, right where you were, that stairwell going down there. So, Captain, you have a mess on your deck. There's food, there's liquid that got spilled, the notebook, whatever she was writing down, her pencil is there, and she just ran off. And your ship is flying without a pilot. But she told you not to touch
Typical.
anything. How you doing there? I almost feel like
Oh,
I need
yeah.
to give you a stress because all of this just happened and she ran away and left you.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that would add a stress over to you. So
Definitely.
take a stress. That man, she just
Love
bolted
to,
on you.
thanks. Being the captain of the ship, I will assume that she meant the instruments are not to be touched, and with great chagrin, I shall clean up the food and liquids.
All right. That'll take. It won't take too long to clean it up. How clean are you going to make it? Are you gonna,
The bare minimum.
the bare
I'll
minimum,
make
so you
Rye
just-
clean it up later.
the chunks of unknown meat and whatever vegetables, and the gravy's just going to have to stay there, and whatever liquid is, it's just there. Kind of
Just
like
enough
that,
to
or a
keep
little
the
more?
space rats at bay.
Got it. Okay, that's good.
And to try to save the notebook, which I assume is waterproof, but
Probably not, unless you spent money to buy her a waterproof one.
Nope, it's not waterproof.
So I'm going to just quickly go over to Davis. So Davis, can you describe? Well, first of all, Miller, are you going to open up the notebook and look through it, or are you just going to just pick it up and the pencil and just put it on the side?
I am so sorry. I was thinking about something else entirely, trying to plan ahead of what I would do when we got to the ship, because I'm the captain now. And will you please ask me that question again?
Absolutely. As you're cleaning up, you mentioned that you were going to pick up the notebook and the
Mhm.
pencil. Are you going to go through that, or are you just going to take it
absolutely.
and put it down? Okay. Davis, can you describe
I need to make sure it's all, not messed up.
what you would have been writing or over time, right? Because you've had this for a while. The captain might see inside of your notebook.
Oh, it's there's like notes on, I don't remember what it's basically like, what is, I can't.
What are you looking for?
I got this.
Okay.
It would be WYP with with prices next to it, and like names, like contact informations, different planets and stuff like that. Same thing with like, prices of like vodka on different planets and like different places that she could get it, and like for the cheapest that she could possibly can. Names of possible places that she could check out on the next planet that we were supposed to stop at. Yeah.
Okay. So, Miller, you're seeing names, addresses, contact information, liquor, names of different liquors, some things you might know, some things you don't know, pricing information on it. That's what you're seeing throughout this notebook.
I pick up the water and spill a little bit more on the pages and then close it.
Okay. Perfect. And you're putting it down or
Putting it right back where it was.
on the floor or on the chair?
I would definitely remember where I picked it up, which would be on the floor.
Would be. Perfect. All right. So Davis, you ran off to your room.
Mhm.
What are you doing?
I'm the stress has gotten to me. The nerves are there, and I'm gonna go take a couple of big old swigs of my whiskey that I have hidden, stashed away, to try to calm my stress and calm my nerves.
Absolutely. Go ahead and remove one stress. from your character sheet, as that helps soothe the nerves, right? Numbing agent, so to speak, is bringing that down. You still twitch. That hasn't gone away. It's not as bad, but you're feeling a little bit calmer right now. I mean, it took a couple of good swigs of it, but you know how much it takes. You've been down this road before.
Oh yeah, it's the counterbalance of the highs and lows. You know, you got to find that equilibrium. And then I'm gonna go brush my teeth real quick, and then head back over to my seat.
Go ahead back over to the bridge. Let's see, time-wise, we're doing okay because they were searching for equipment over there. As you get back over there, you notice where, well, actually, do you notice? Let's see, you're pretty freaked out. Give me an observation. Okay, you notice that your tray of food, the water has been removed, and where you spilled everything has sort of been cleaned up. Not great, but it's a little bit cleaner. Your notebook is still there. It's really waterlogged, so the water must have just, gotten all over that.
Dang. Good thing this is my extra notebook.
All right. And then are you getting back in the seat?
Getting right back in the seat. Sit down, do a little stretch. Sorry. Had to just run off those nerves a little bit.
The captain's not here.
She's
you're
gone?
by yourself on the bridge? Yeah, no, you're solo in there. The
Perfect,
captain took off.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Still, talking to myself a little bit too.
Right. You going to try that
Hang
math
out
again?
right.
Because, you're still flying towards it.
Absolutely going to try that math one more time. Piloting?
That is, let's see, you've been gone probably around 5 minutes. Yeah, let's do a piloting.
What the?
Oh. So... Okay, well,
This is fine.
this one's not bad. Okay, this one is not bad, really.
I'm so glad I left.
So you grab your pencil. You're like, okay, we're going at if we go at 0.8 or 0.7, this is where they should be, and your mind just freezes. You took like a giant Slurpee from 7-Eleven and just breathed it all in, and your brain has frozen on you. You can't think. You're just staring straight ahead from you, totally immobile.
I'm just going to chill there. We're going to take that 30 minutes to get to that ship.
And of course, take a stress.
Back at 4.
Back at 4. Good thing you only drank,
At least it's not
like
5.
a tenth of a bottle.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to go
It'll take
back.
30 minutes to get there. It's gonna be
Yeah,
fine.
you'll be fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. We're going to go
It's fine.
back over because by this time, Wilson, you got some batteries. You got the fuel cell. You see there are only 2 fuel cells there, so you have those. And Cham, you're working on it. You're greasing everything up. Been about 5 to 10 minutes for everything there. You've got Rye. You've got your harness, pretty well built. You got the rope. You're connecting it on there. Tell me what's going on. What are you guys doing?
Cham, go ahead first.
So, Cham, how are you doing with that? Everything looks good.
Yeah, everything looks good. I've got that all sorted out. And now I basically want the captain's still on the upper deck, right?
Yes.
At the moment. So I just want to ask the captain how. Captain, I hit the intercom and say, Captain, how close are we to transferring over? How much time before we start transferring over?
So, Captain
Uh,
Miller, about 30 minutes was the last you heard.
Yes. But we don't really have a status report at all, right? Because she was still assessing?
Correct. So it could be 30, it could be 40, it could be 20.
Oh,
Cham, what if you were ready at 30, but with a standby? We're not exactly positive. I'm going to check when I get back in there, but it could be 30, it could be 40.
okay. This actually leaves Cham enough time to actually run back to his quarters because he remembered he had I remember I have a bottle of beer in the quarters, and seems like a good time to take it along at least, if nothing else.
Okay. You're going to
So-
carry a beer in your hand? How are you?
I'm going to put it in one of my pockets because, roughneck, I assume loser clothes, so stick it in
Yep.
one of the pockets and come back to the dock. Come back to the upper landing chamber, upper landing claw chamber,
Okay.
essentially, where I am.
So if I see him leaving, and I'm already done with what I was doing, right?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. Then, as he's leaving, I'll say, "Don't forget your torch here when you're ready, of course. But I got them all charged up and stuff.
So I thought the incinerator unit was going over to Rye.
Right.
There's
She's getting
only
the
one.
incinerator unit, but Cham's getting the torch.
The cutting torch.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
Got it. Thank you. So, Cham, you
And,
hear that? Are you
Yeah,
doing anything?
I'm here. No, I'm sorry. I missed exactly what you... So the thing is, as I came back, I didn't quite hear what he said. Could you repeat that, actually?
Of course. No, of course. So, don't forget your torch for when we go over. Were you planning on going over in the vehicle, or are we going to dock with the other ship?
Oh, I slapped my head and say, oh, yeah, wait, hang on. It might be best for us to change into our pressure suits, because we don't know what the conditions on the other ship are going to be like. Don't want to
Precisely.
step out into vacuum without vacuum protection.
So I guess that's something that I was wondering about. Is it possible if the pilot can get us in line with the other ship that we can dock with it, or are we going to have to take your secondary ship over to it?
I'd prefer to take Daisy over, because we don't know, 75 years in that ship, I don't know, who else is here? Hang on
Rye
one
is
minute.
with you.
Right. Do you happen to know if the docking clamps have changed over the last 7 decades, or are we still using the same standards from 7 decades ago?
Would I know that?
You would know that universally. It's a universal locking system on all Weyland-Yutani ships. So chances are pretty high you'd be able to dock with it.
Yeah. No, it's still
Okay.
same standard procedure.
Well, I still prefer to take Daisy over, but we'll see what the captain says.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Any case, though, I will not be going over without a pressure suit. We do not know what the conditions inside the ship are. I ain't gonna risk it.
Oh, I concur, and I suspect that Rye was sizing me up for just such a suit a little while ago.
Oh yeah, let me put that on you right now, sir. And
Well,
I start,
no, we're not ready to go over. I think the captain said 30 to 40 minutes over the intercom, correct?
Oh,
Yeah.
you can have the one piece, and I'll hook the rest up once we get there for sure. But just to make sure it's fit to your liking, and I'm gonna start putting that harness on.
Oh, well, all
Now-
right then. If you insist, my dear, I will,
Oh,
I
yeah.
will do as you say.
Now I need you to pay strict attention when we get there, and the harness is on him, and there's a button, the LED that's right there by his face, with the little button that I have in my hand. When this is turned on, this is going to have a 60-foot length rope to it. Anything farther than 60 feet, well, it's nice knowing you. Got it?
Well,
And,
if you do
turn
your
it
best
off.
to take care of me, I'll do my best to take care of you as well.
I really appreciate it. I'm going to let the captain know that it's all ready.
Sounds good to me.
I'll see you later. Oh, don't worry. It's not detonated right now. Start walking off. There's a little extra spring in my step.
Okay. And where are you going? You're heading back.
I
over
am
to the stairs?
I'm going back to the bridge. I'm going to go find the captain and let her know about this special harness that I made.
Okay.
So, what did you already leave then, Cham, to go upstairs and get your beer?
I didn't have to go upstairs. I just had to go into the personnel quarters, which is on the same level.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm gonna go find you
Everyone's
again.
quarters are here except for the captain's. Captain's quarters are upstairs.
I see. I'm gonna go find him again and say, Cham, would you mind taking a look at this harness that she has me rigged up with on the suit? Is there something untoward that I need to be worrying about on this thing?
What check would I have to roll for that? Would a survival check do? Or
No, you're probably going to do. Actually, I'm going to say it's probably a contact roll that you would be doing.
Can I
Okay.
assist him, or since I can also roll Comtech?
It would just give him one extra die.
so how do
Okay,
I do
can I just
that?
roll on my own then after he's
Nope.
done?
No, unless you want to take it off and try to check it yourself.
Ah, I see. I'll try and assist him then.
Okay, so Cham, I upped your die, so go ahead and just roll Comtech, and it'll roll the extra die for you.
You did okay.
Yep, I did. So it's you got one. Nope,
That's not mine. This is mine.
that's it. So you have one success. Cham, you notice that there's some electronics in it. From what you can tell, it's connected to what looks to be this rope or grappling hook type device that's on there.
Okay.
And it has a receiver built into it.
Okay. So
what
pretty
you
much
decide
exactly
to tell- the only thing you didn't know there was a receiver. So there is a signal receiver on there. You can see there's a switch, like an on and off, on there. And you see that it's hooked up to both the receiver and to the harness itself.
Okay.
And
But to me, Cham looks it over and says, "Nope, this is exactly what Ray said it would be. Safety harness, kind of, with the grappling hook that keeps you safe. But outside the 60 feet she mentioned, then you're in trouble."
So it doesn't have any mechanisms that would put me at risk, does it?
Looked over you and said, "Definitely nothing that will risk your life."
Can I, using my empathy, roll some sort of like sense motive? Is that a thing in this game?
No, there is not.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so what?
I'll say
the two of you are still there.
Right. I'll say, thank you for your assistance. I appreciate you. Don't forget your weapon over there.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
And for both of
And I'll
you,
go.
I have given you the suits, so you have them in your inventory. They're not on. You haven't put them on, but they are in your inventory, so that if you decide to put them on, because you did say you were going to take them, so all three of you actually have your suits already in inventory.
Okay.
Unless you want to leave them down here. Just tell me and I'll remove them.
No, I want to keep my suit
Okay.
not yet
At hand.
active, but yeah, at hand. It's inactive, essentially. That's right.
Perfect. Wilson?
Same for me. Keep the suit and the harpoon grappling gun inactive for now, and then I'm just gonna go up top to the try and find the captain, I guess.
Perfect. And Rye? You're going to keep the suit
it's
with you?
inactive. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So everybody is going upstairs? So I'll move you
All right.
all up to the
Yep.
second, the main part of the ship. Cham, Captain Miller, you're there when you see Wilson and Cham coming up.
I don't know about timing, but would it be possible for me to have gone to my chambers?
Yes, you would have been able to go in there because you told David that you were going to go do that.
Yeah, I was cleaning in the galley and definitely not recycling the food that fell on the floor, and then headed to my room after that. So if there was time, all good there?
You will be in your quarters. Is
Okay,
there
great.
anything
It's
that
just
you're doing?
to grab my gear,
Go ahead and move
which
it
is
up
all of
to
my possessions. Great.
Yep. Whether it's active or inactive, you know what you're doing with it. Feel free to do that.
Perfect.
All right.
And then
So,
I'll head back to the
Yep.
bridge.
As you're exiting your quarters, right? It hasn't been a lot of time to grab your gear, and
hmm
again, do whatever you're going to do with it. You see Wilson and Cham coming up the stairs, and from maintenance and cargo base. You do not see Rye. Rye is not here, but you
Okay.
do see the two of them.
Quick question. When I pull it up, the gear, into those slots, is it supposed to magically appear? Or am I...
Right or left click on the image, and it'll move it from your foot locker to there.
Magic.
If you want to put it to inactive, you can right click and it'll put it to inactive.
Magic. Thank you.
There you go. You're welcome.
All right. I see them.
All right. And yes, you see them. Do you?
Wilson.
And they see you. So Wilson, Cham, Miller, the three of you kind of come together in this intersection.
I have so many questions. One, what are you holding? And two, what are you wearing?
Well, Rye came along and gave me a harness.
Oh, I should have
Cham,
recognized
can you explain
her
what it is for?
handiwork. No, it's fine. I'm sure it's going to be very helpful. Right,
Well, I'm
Cham?
sure that you have my best interest at heart.
Oh, always, Wilson. What could possibly have ever made you think I don't?
Hmm. And it's just the answer to the other question, what I'm holding on to, and Cham here and Rye, I felt it important just in case we don't know what happened over there. There could have been some sort of mutiny or some sort of gas leak. If we decide to, awaken anybody who's on board or whatnot, there might be danger involved. I figure it'd be better to have some sort of weapon on us. If we better to have something than and not need it than the other way around.
You did say the contract was sent in and everything is crossed and dotted?
Out of character, I got it back from legal already and stuff, right?
Yeah, you would have gotten it back.
Okay. Yes,
And
as
there
matter
was
of
a
fact,
terminal down there, so you would have been able to check it and make sure.
Okay, perfect. In fact, I was hoping to find you so that we could go over it and get your signature forthwith.
Excellent. I'll sign it in the gallery. Galley. I don't know why. I think we just keep paintings in there, but maybe that's
Well, it's
just a
wishful
hope.
thinking. One day you will have a ship with a gallery. How does that sound?
That sounds lovely, Wilson, and maybe I will like you slightly more or less, if we do. Anyway, if you damage any of the property that you are holding, then you will be paying for it. You understand?
No problem whatsoever. I'd be glad to handle those kinds of expenses on my own dime.
Excellent, and you will stay close to Rye and Cham, right?
Well, if you want me to, that's what I'm here for.
And I'm also coming over, so I'll be watching you too.
Perfect.
I'll turn that canvas in.
Can I assume that Davis is going to stay back on the bridge just in case? Give us
Yes.
backup?
Davis will be staying on the bridge.
All right. And
We'll
speaking
test
of
comms
Davis,
when we get over there.
we're going to switch over to Davis. It's been about 5 or 10 minutes that everybody's left you all alone up here. What are you doing?
Trying my best, for sure. I'm just gonna stay my course and just take that 30 minutes and reevaluate my life choices and wish for a cup of coffee and just enjoy the beautiful scenery and still debate over hitting that gas.
All right. So let's see. It's been about 5 to 10 minutes. Got that here. All right. Everyone else. Actually, Rye, you're all by yourself way over there. What are you
I
doing?
know. I'm trying to get to the bridge and I took the long way again.
You did. I was wondering why you went all the way back.
I
She's
did
too
the long
smart for
way.
her own good.
Yeah, I just need the exercise after waking up out of cryo.
Good argument.
Okay. Well, it's going to take you only about, a minute or minute and a half to get up towards the galley. You're going to see some food that it looks like it was just thrown on the counter, a tray that looks like just slop all over it. Matt, how you
I put
remember?
the food in the recycler.
Oh, did you? I thought you said you didn't.
No, I definitely recycled
She
the food.
recycled.
It would be
Okay.
taste.
Okay. So you see a dirty tray that's there, hasn't been washed. The water jug looks like it has some gravy on the outside, but it's pretty close to empty. Might have some gravy inside it. Right? Yeah.
Not my circus.
It's a total mess.
It's a total. They're adults. They can clean up after themselves. I'm making. Am I seeing Miller as I go through galley or
Yeah,
no?
Miller's right there.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if the map moved.
Nope, you really took the long way around. So that whole
Yeah.
conversation with Wilson, Miller, and Cham already happened, and Miller's walking over here. I assume Wilson, you're also going because that's where she said you were going to look at the contract together.
Right.
So you can move over there. And Cham, where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm basically a little uncertain what to do for the next 30 minutes. I'm all ready to go. I'm actually a little eager to go ahead. Right?
Okay.
So Cham dithers up about a bit. And actually, what Cham will do is he'll go over to the station. What station is that called again?
The computer
Access terminal.
Yep.
Yeah, the access terminal, and Cham types into the access terminal a request to Mother for, how shall we say? He's just a little curious since I've heard that there are 5 bodies in the cryo, but he's a little curious as to how many what would a crew complement size be on the ship that we found, on the standard ship that we found. So that's a query he's putting into the console.
So your query to Mother
is to find out the standard complement size for the science vessel of the type we found.
Okay. Mother replies 11. Standard.
Okay. Okay, and that seems a little curious to me that they have just 5 in cryo out of 11. But we'll see what happens. But that's something I file away for later. And then I decide to go to the galley to catch up to everyone else. Whoops. Okay, I collided with the wall.
And the door is open. They left
Okay.
it open for you. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So all
I
of
go
this is
and lean
taken up
against one of the walls. Yeah.
around 10 minutes of time from downstairs, the conversations, up to this. Luckily, we've got Davis, who is doing a retrospective right now and really into the thoughts. Is that right, Davis? Is that what you said? You said you're looking at your life decisions.
Yeah, just doing some introspective work while still like, you know, hands on the throttle to like start moving a little bit faster. But that
Sure.
stress level's still there.
Are
You
you,
know,
are you going to speed up a little bit, or you're just keeping your hand on it?
just gonna keep my hand on it.
Okay.
Just like the twitch. If the twitch happens and we move a little bit faster, like so be it. You know, we're just living life dangerously on the edge. Just it's fine. We'll see what happens. Like the twitch and just like.
Okay. I'm going to ask for a piloting, but we're going to, if you do roll a stress, we're going to ignore it because we're acting the effects of the twitch.
Okay.
Okay, so ignore the panic condition, and you
Thank you.
succeed. So yeah, it's a good. You'd be frozen again.
Yeah.
So it's good because it's just you didn't, twitch and your arm pushes it forward, so you're going a bit faster. That's
Cool.
very good.
So it bumps it up to from 0.5 to 0.6, right?
Right. That is,
Okay.
trust me, that is really good.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Okay, actually, I'm going to turn this off because I don't want you there yet. Sorry, I adjusted your character sheet. Took the
Oh.
panic off.
Perfect.
Okay, you still have stress, right? You still have
Yeah,
your
I still
4
have-
points of stress.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
It's fine.
You hear voices over the din of the computer and the engines going, and it's coming from behind you. So they're either on the bridge with you or maybe towards the galley.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to look around you, or again, you're zoning in and giving yourself those thoughts and trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
But you do know you have no more of your pills left.
I
You have an
know.
empty bottle.
Mm-hmm. I know. We got to get to that other ship.
All right.
Absolutely.
Crew in the galley, we have everybody over there. So we're going to
Yep.
start at the top of my list, and we're going to go down. Wilson, you have everyone except for Davis with you. And you and Miller, we're going to look at contracts.
Let's take a look, my lady. We'll make sure that it all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted.
Captain to you, sir.
So we'll go over to the terminal I was working at. I think right. Oh, I'm trying to do it from.
Not to Mother. There we go. Actually, yep, the terminal is right behind Miller. I'm going to move Miller out of the way. And Rye. So you want to be, I'm going to move you. You're going to be right over there. And Miller, you're probably going to be next to him because you want to see this, correct?
Well, the terminal's
Actually,
there. Okay, gotcha.
That's built
I
into
see.
the wall, so you're going to be right there.
All right.
Now I'm picturing it. For some reason, I was, I don't know, blind.
Well, where you were before,
You're resting.
that's where the tables, right, and the counter would be. So as you're working on the different addendums and the contract verbiage and crossing things out, you would be over there. So you were okay. That's why I didn't correct you. It made sense from a story side. Okay, so are you going to pull up contracts that have been signed off by legal? And
Yes.
If you're going to print it out, that's fine. Or if you're just going to let the captain read it on there. Captain,
Better not
you
print it.
know that you can apply a digital signature that signs off on it. You have two options. You can do it as the captain of the crew and just blindly approve it for everyone, since not everyone knows the details of the agreement that you have with Wilson, or you can do it individually and have each person responsible for it. That is completely on your side.
I'm the one who reads the small print. Fine print, even. The small print and the fine print. I have reading glasses.
It's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, just gets smaller and smaller the further down you go the contract.
I will sign it for the crew.
Okay. So
After reading it very thoroughly.
reading,
I'm gonna
and that's going to take some time.
We have a little
I'm going to
bit
make
of
sure to
time.
point out the clauses in there
Exactly.
that protect her and her crew and give them salvage rights. I really want to go out of my way to make sure that it's very clear to her that I made a contract that she should be able to live with.
And I find it incredibly suspicious that I'm not finding anything to complain about.
So if you want to roll, I mean, he's being very honest with you, and he's calling out. You do see some verbiage that's about his personal safety, but he also represented the crew fairly well on this.
I will say this, I did make sure that there's a clause in the contract that I have to make it back alive
Or
for
what?
the contract to be in effect.
That's not fair. Wouldn't it mostly be that it would have to... The contract should stay in effect, I'd say. But there should be some contingency that we did everything we could to ensure your safety.
Oh, yes, of course. I understand what you're saying. Here, I did put an additional addendum in to make sure that if I should die by misadventure, you all will get 30% of what we have agreed upon overall. So you won't come out empty-handed, and it would still nullify your current debt.
I would say that 30% is rather low, considering they would get everything that they wanted.
Oh, I meant 30% for each of you.
Interesting math. Very well. I will approve the contract. Also, absolutely do not print it out. Ink is incredibly expensive, and I can just use a digital signature.
Oh, I can tell, my lady.
Captain.
All right. So while you're doing that, Ryan, Cham, you see the two of them kind of huddled around the terminal, looking at it, talking back and forth in soft voices, kind of questions and answers flying between the two of them. Every once in a while, they point out, Miller points at the screen, and you can see Wilson shaking his head or nodding his head and saying something back and forth. So they're doing that for a while. What do the two of you do?
So, Ray, what does that look like to you? Looks like some kind of official paperwork to me.
Like something we know nothing about. Captain, if it's all the same to you, I'm gonna go over a quick briefing on that lovely harness with Cham and Davis in the next room, if that's okay.
Absolutely, Rye. I think that's absolutely called for.
Hey,
Come on, Cham.
I'll follow your lead.
I'm shutting the door as soon as Cham is in.
Okay.
You take
All
a
right,
look
so-
at that harness.
Yep, so you're going to have a few minutes here to talk while they're over there talking.
Yep. And I did. I didn't see anything odd about it. There was just that one receiver thing that was connected two ways. I found that a little odd, but not dangerous.
No. Oh, no. No. It's just a LED light that I told him is hooked up to explosives if he goes within 60 feet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love that. Did you add like a tick as well?
Oh, I got them a remote control that I can turn it off and on whenever I want.
That is beautiful.
I misheard. I thought you meant that if he moves
No,
out of
away
60
from us.
feet.
If he goes out of 60 feet, he explodes.
Yeah, I misunderstood. I thought you meant if he moves out of 60 feet, the harness would no longer work.
No.
So yeah,
He explodes.
all right.
Kinda.
Okay.
So, no, he's fine. Just keep an eye on him, though, okay?
Okay.
I do quite enjoy the mind games, though.
Fun.
Keeps him on his toes.
How's it going, Davis?
Ah, it's going just fine. We should be there 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Alarms go off. Mother's voice. Warning. Collision alert. Warning. Collision alert.
Can I look? Are we approaching the ship? What the fuck?
What again?
I'm gonna slow down the ship.
I'll look to strap myself in anywhere.
There are some seats there.
I'm
Yeah,
sitting.
Getting into this.
Sit position.
Assume crash positions.
Assume crash.
airplane.
Crash. Yep. I'm gonna
Wait.
slow it-
Do you get the reference? You don't watch movies. Do
I
you get an
don't.
airplane reference?
I do understand an airplane reference, like a general.
I think he's talking about the movie Airplane.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no. Oh no. I know. I
Okay,
understand a
all right, well, that's
generalized
why.
airplane. There's a movie called Airplane.
Oh, I'm sorry. We need a movie night on Discord. And Druid, I need your help here, man. I really need you to open up your mind to these movies and watch them. Whether we
Bless
have to
you.
get fate involved, or
Good luck getting her
I
to
mean,
sit still for that long.
I know. Especially on Discord where we're not like physically there, but that's where fate, right? He can, I don't know, tie her up in the chair and make her watch it or something. But
I didn't know this was that kinky of a show.
You see over there.
I'm not going to ask those questions. I guess in bandwidth and banter, I should have. Are you? No.
Listen, we had a Mr.
No.
Talker
It's
today.
okay. It's okay.
What? I don't get the reference, and I apologize.
No, it's
It's okay. It's okay. That's why I asked, did you actually watch it? Because I was like, wait, what? Banana Tom wouldn't believe it if you were like, yeah, I've seen the movie. No.
no, he wouldn't. He'd
No.
be like lies. He'd be like absolute lies.
Okay, so alarms are blaring right now. I'm going to just quickly go over because Wilson and Miller were over at the computers when the alarms start going off. And I'm going to, I'll start with them and then we're going to go right over to you, David. So, Miller and Wilson, you hear Mother going off, collision imminent. And the red lights are flashing, the warning is going off, the alarm is going off.
Quick question. Would that have been before or after she signed it?
This would be during the conversation because
Okay,
this has
fair enough.
been about a minute and a half into the two of you going back and forth.
Okay.
Because I did say a digital signature, but is that not confirmed that I did it?
If you did say digital signature, that confirms that you did sign. So
I
if
did-
you
okay,
did that,
great.
then it is
I
signed.
did.
So
Yes.
yes,
Fair enough.
it's actually signed, Wilson. So this happened right after you signed. All right.
When everything
so-
goes off, I'm going to make a beeline to the bridge if I can.
Okay. Yep. While you're running to that, it's not far. Obviously, it's
Mhm.
a couple of seconds to run over there. Wilson.
I'm gonna follow her.
Okay.
Well, not
As the
follow her, but go to. I'm curious too. So
Yep. As the two of you go in there, you see Ryan Cham strapping themselves into crash seats over there. And Davis, it's on you. What are you doing? You
Slowing
see
down.
in front of you, the dark area is just growing in front and blotting out all the stars really fast.
I'm gonna pull up and slow down. Same thing as last time. And hope
Okay.
for the best.
All right, so you do have forward thrusters to kind of push you backwards.
Yes. I'm
But,
gonna use those.
but this adds additional stress onto the ship because you were going at 0.7 towards it.
Oh,
and-
0.6?
0.6, okay. And now you're saying, like, I need to pop these engines to just suddenly try to stop this ship in space. There's no gravity, so those are pretty powerful.
Oh yeah.
So are you going to
Cut the
activate
back
them?
end- I'm gonna cut the forward ones, and I'm gonna start the front ones to try to slow us down. I'm also gonna like maneuver out of the way.
Okay. Wow, this is a whole bunch of stuff going on here. So let's do a piloting. Let's just go straight
Or
piloting.
can I just slow down first? Actually, can I just do that first?
You mean besides trying to go up, you just want to try to stop that forward progress?
Yeah,
Yes, you absolutely
Okay.
can do that.
first.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is just you're going to cut the thrusters and you're going to turn on the front emergency thrusters to try to
Yes.
stop that forward momentum. Okay,
Absolutely.
everyone. So we have 2 people strapped in. 2 people just walked into the room when you do this. So they're not even strapped in chairs when you do this. Oh my goodness.
Get ready.
Let's see. Do I start with the ship or let's start with the people, because I think
Okay.
that's the first thing. Wilson, I just want a straight agility roll from you. Not any skills. The straight.
I just click on the agility word, the word agility, and that's it.
Let me see if it's going to be a straight agility. Okay, no success, but no fails. Well, no success, but no crits because of stress. Do you want to push? Or do you want to just accept that?
If I
Because-
push, I gain 1 stress, correct?
You do gain a stress. That is correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna push.
Okay. 2 success. Great. As the forward momentum all of a sudden stops on it, and you feel your body about to go flying forward, you're able to reach out and grab some of the straps that are hanging down and hold on as your feet are swept out from under you. And instead of flying forward and crashing into the front of the ship, you're able to hold on to that and take 0 damage. Great job on that. Now we're going to go over to Captain Miller.
Sorry, Miller.
You got this.
I did
It's
say
Miller
get ready.
time.
I did say
Miller
get ready.
Miller time.
I don't know how the chairs work in this room, but instinctively, I would imagine that I would run in up to the pilot's chair and wherever I would typically be during something like this.
Correct. You are closer to the front, right where your character is, if you want to be there, if you want to be a little bit closer to the chair. But again, you're not strapped in because she just slammed on the brakes, right? She
Yeah.
hit the emergency brakes on everyone here.
Perfect.
So I need you to roll just a straight agility.
Agility.
Yep. At the top, you're just going to click on agility.
I see. That makes sense. Did that work?
No, it did not.
It did not work.
You click on it, and then there's another little pop-up that
It
should
says
say,
to
okay.
roll.
There
There
you
we
go.
go.
All right. Hey, a success. That's all that matters. So you also are able to grab on to that chair that she's sitting on because you're right next to her and hold on to that for dear life instead of crashing right into the strong metal everything that's right there with all those sharp corners and nice, finely toned edges that would lacerate your skin wide open. You're able to hold on. Everybody who's in the ship, everybody on the ship, that's all of you. Please take 1 stress because of what just happened.
Okie dokie. My first stress this entire game.
And now, Pilot Davis, now we need to see if you're able to stop the ship in time. Or if you're going to go right into that ship. Give me a straight piloting.
Holy shit.
You got this, girl.
I have
You do
5 levels of stress. Guys, I don't even
But
know how I
that's
got 5 levels of
pills.
stress.
Well, you got 2 of them. Look!
2
You
successes.
succeeded! You succeeded!
Shit. Oh, my god.
Well,
Perfect.
I have
That
4
is
stress just by being
wonderful.
near Davis.
Yeah.
So you see the alarms are blaring. That black area of no stars are just filling the viewport in front of you. And the brakes that are suddenly thrown on. And then you hear her say, "We did it."
Holy shit, guys. This
And
is
you
the
can
best
feel
cargo
it.
run I've been on in a long ass time.
My eyes go wide.
Davis, remind me to talk to you once we get back to port.
If
She
we make
rolled
it.
Cargo.
13. She rolled 13 dice.
Oh,
13.
And got 2 successes?
Yeah. Yes.
oh.
Oh, what a pilot. Okay, Davis, the rush that you have right now, because you said you're not veering off. You're going straight at it, and you stop. You can tell by the radar. The radar says you're touching it. You are that close to it, and it is within 3 meters of accuracy. That is how close you are to crashing into that ship. Nose first. Like, you didn't try to duck and avoid. You're going just straight into it. You got such a rush right now. You know what? Just for that, because it is you, remove a stress. This did it. This you don't need the pills. This did it for you.
Yay.
I'm so
Glad.
pumped right now.
Glad that's what it was.
Everybody else got a stress, but you went down.
Woo-wee! This is fantastic. This is the best cargo run, you guys. I'm so pumped. The ship's right there. I got you guys there.
So,
You don't even have to travel that far to get to it.
everyone else on the bridge, she is excited. She's whooping it up. She is the happiest you have ever seen her. And I mean, you're
Man.
looking out again. You're looking out. You don't see any stars. You don't see a single star out the viewport. It is completely blocked off, and the bridge is high up on your ship, on the Montero. It's not like it's down lower. So, and she's just like completely over herself. It's incredible.
Man, good thing we're ditching this thing though. I don't know if the ship made it, but it's fine though because it's right there. It'll be fine, guys.
Oh, Davis, match speed.
Absolutely.
Well,
I'll bring it
looks like
down
we
to
can-
4. I bring the speed down to 4 or up to 4 now since we're completely stopped. And and just try to like shift off to the side of it so I'm not right behind it, but just nice and slow, matching speed, just riding that high and loving life. Guys, it'll be fine.
Tom
that
takes
was
a deep
incredible.
breath.
I got to tell you, when you said you were doing that, I was like, I know we talked about the ship crashing. I can't believe I'm going to actually have to roll as the ship to see which part explodes. And only 3 people have their suits. They're not even wearing them. This could have been a party wipe.
Oh my gosh.
But did we die
We got
though?
there.
You
We're
didn't
fine.
die.
But did you
Did-
die?
The ultimate question.
Oh,
So,
my
Cham, you were going to
goodness.
say something earlier. I mean,
Yeah. So, Cham just takes a deep breath. Well, looks like we can finally board.
Cham gets
Anybody
it.
hungry? You know, I'm
Cham
sorry.
gets it.
I see Cham. Has anyone ever seen the show Monk?
Yep.
No?
I have
Yeah.
seen it in a couple episodes,
Okay.
yeah.
This is Monk. It's like something dramatic just happened. He's like, oh, anyone hungry? Just like okay, next. I switched over to chat. Chat's loving this. You guys are
Did
wow.
you die?
Did you die? Yeah. Thank you, Prometheus. Oh man, that was pretty incredible. I gotta say. So I'm gonna ask you guys, because I said we were gonna run for 4 hours. We're at 4 hours. How are you feeling? Do you want to keep going a little bit further? Are we good to stop here?
I mean, I'm good for going more, but I feel like just before boarding the ship is like a perfect spot. I don't know.
I
what
was
you guys
just
think.
gonna say the same.
I
there
agree.
are so many perfect spots to stop.
I agree.
But
Can
I will.
could we get to a point where we're like literally like suited up
Yeah.
and like ready to
Sure.
launch out?
Yes,
That-
That'd be
exactly.
good with
Would that be a good?
Either th-
So
Yeah.
like
Either
we're
that-
like in like so they're like all in space by the time
Yeah.
we start the next session. Is
Yes.
that possible?
We can absolutely
Either
do
Does that
that-
sound like
Either that or just before the locks open on the other ship.
ooh.
Okay, so here's what you know from flying these missions before, right? Typically, when it's going to be a ship to ship, or even like a ship to a space station, you're able to, both ships have a umbilical that you can extend to attach to another ship, or a docking port, really. Lock on and then walk over and enter into whatever you're attached to. So your ship does have that. The other ship does have it. If you remember when we talked about the example of the space station, right, you can do that. But you can try to do that, or you can also, as we talked earlier, you have the Daisy. If you want to get out on the Daisy, do an inspection of the ship, all of that, you can do things. So I'm going to leave that up to you, how you want to do that.
Well, that was quite that was quite the ride, darling. You you almost had me splatted on the windshield, but we got here.
But here we are. Now
Yeah,
go make
yeah.
us some money.
What's next, Captain Miller?
Well, Rye, make sure you have all the. Have you finished the inventory?
I believe Cham and Wilson had worked on it.
Oh, they were doing the inventory. Excellent.
Mhm.
Cham,
Well-
I'll need you to assess the best path into the ship.
You got it, Captain.
So hold on, because I do want to call
Yes.
something out. Miller, you weren't there when they were looking at the inventory levels to make a weapon, and remember they disappeared. So when they came back up, they're all carrying equipment. So
Yes. I'd asked Rye to make a list of inventory for us to pull whatever we needed from our ship onto that ship. And so, as much as that inventory has been moved, I kind of just assumed Rye was taking inventory.
Okay. So, Rye, you can respond
Mine went to the
her.
harness.
The whole time sewing a harness.
I made a harness. I made some crafts. Okay.
Arts and crafts time.
Employee of the month right there.
No, but I made this. I would like that button to make that little car alarm when I
Right.
click it.
Beep, beep.
Ding, ding.
Rye, do me a favor. While Cham checks to see the best way to get on the ship, will you please take an inventory so we can move everything over to the ship if we can?
Captain,
My bad.
Captain, I can say that the tritium, decaying tritium we're carrying is still ship-shape because I checked it twice and there have been no issues.
Excellent.
Although I suppose it could do with another check after this extreme sudden stop we just experienced.
That's a good idea, Cham.
Oh.
Not that we aren't
I'm sure it's
incredibly
fine.
grateful we're not dead, Davis.
And I will not take the long way this time.
I'm glad you remember how to use the ship.
Me too.
Wilson,
Yes.
since you're technically part of the crew now, I don't suppose you would want to help Rye or Cham with their duties?
Well, it would be my pleasure, milady.
Captain.
Yes, of course. I apologize, Captain.
You better really start calling her captain, my guy. Because she is the captain of the ship.
No, you're absolutely right, Davis. I overstepped my bounds. It's a bad habit of mine.
Oh, Wilson,
of
I just
times.
assumed you were a dancer with all the leaps and bounds you take.
Well, I have been known to cut a rug or two.
All right. So, who is going to lower or to the area to go and do the maintenance or inventory checks in the maintenance area?
So, just to be clear, she wanted me to help Rye or Cham?
Your choice,
Right,
I think.
right. I'm gonna, yeah. I'll follow Rye and help her with inventory.
All right.
Hey.
You can go ahead and move your token over there. Cham, what do you do?
I'm going to, like I told the captain, I'm going to check the main cargo inventory. So this is, I'm assuming that Rye and Wilson are doing the general inventory of everything on board the ship because we are planning to move ships. But I'm planning to do the inventory of the actual tritium we are carrying, just to make sure there are no leaks and no negative after effects of our sudden stop.
Yes, and that is a very good thing. You probably want to take a look at Daisy also because those brakes were pretty serious that somebody threw on you.
All right, that's a good point. First the tankage, then Daisy.
Okay. So you can go ahead and move yourself over there. And then Miller and Davis. The two of you are alone on the bridge as everyone is going to follow the captain's orders.
How do I move myself there? That's a good question.
Just put yourself on one of the stairs and I'll move you over. Actually, I'll just move you. I know where you're going.
Yeah.
Davis,
Captain?
did we go from 20 minutes to the ship to almost face planting into it?
That is a very valid question. We have been having issues with the radar. So,
That's true.
Oh, that was so good.
Could you maybe check with the computer to see what in the world just happened?
oh mother. What in the world just happened?
Collision avoided.
See?
Excessive
Davis?
speed caused possible collision.
Davis,
Captain?
were you going faster than was recommended by the computer?
I was going 0.5. I twitched up to 0.6. we were catching up just fine. And then it did get there a little bit faster than I was expecting. But we're
Davis?
fine. Yes, Captain.
Did you do the math yourself instead of asking Mother again?
The math is... You know, I do forget that Mother can do the math.
Let's maybe have Mother do it next time, yes?
Captain,
David?
we will have Mother do the math next time.
That's an excellent idea, yeah.
Yes. This is why you're the captain.
Oh, Davis, that's why you're the pilot. We're not face-planted into the ship.
If it was anybody else, I'm sure everybody on this ship would have been dead.
Yes. Yes. It was almost like that even with you, Davis. I'm gonna go talk to Mother for a moment.
Yeah, okay. I'll be right here.
All right, and before you talk to Mother, so downstairs, going back over here, Cham, you're taking a look at everything that's in play there. A couple of the straps and holding a little bit loose, and the added stress of a sudden stop, adding, a couple of G's worth to has weakened them, but everything is still in place.
Okay. I would like... Is it possible for me to run a... How do you say it? Atmosphere analysis to see if there are any leaks?
Yes, you have equipment that's meant to monitor each tank that you have on there. And just so you know, let me tell you how many tanks you have. You are carrying... I will have to continue. You have 72 tanks, 7-2. Total tanks that you are currently lugging.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is go through them, or is there's a central console? I'd like to ensure that none of the tanks are leaking.
Each container has its own monitor attached down there that monitors the pressure inside. That is how you would know that it's leaking. And so that's going to take you 72 tanks. It's going to take you a few minutes to go through that.
Yeah, got it. Understood.
Okay. So while you're doing that, Wilson and Rye?
Inventory time. I can't believe I forgot that. I was so focused on your damn harness over there.
Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate the hard work you put into securing me to yourself. I'll be glad to help you work out the inventory here. I was already going through it a little bit, so the thing that I think about is that other ship being a science vessel and much smaller than this ship. I highly doubt we're going to be able to take much, if any, of our cargo. So I'm not sure, but some of this might be an effort of futility.
Well, I'm sure the captain would definitely assess which was the more valuable cargo before switching out. I mean, she's cheap, but she's no dummy when it actually does come to money.
Well, I'm not sure about the
that.
logistics of moving those tanks of what's that?
Tritium.
What's that concoction that's in it again?
Tritium.
Tritium. Yeah, that. I don't know if it would be very. If you think about the way a science vessel is laid out, it doesn't have large cargo holds. I mean, it probably has something. We might be able to get some of it. And of course, I respect wanting to do that, but it almost seems like we're chasing after dimes when we're getting hands full of cash, if you know what I'm saying.
What would you prioritize first then?
Anything that would benefit us survival-wise to get the ship over there functioning properly, to have to make sure that the pods are able to be used. I don't know whatever we need, I guess, to make sure that we and that ship get back to port.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I can take a look at the system, maybe hopefully get that online if she's workable, if she's even movable. And we don't even know
It's
who's
a
on
lot
there
of
yet.
isn't it?
Yeah. It's an older system, too. It shouldn't be that hard since it's older, but... Dang, if she's not operable... It's gonna be a whole lot harder than what it's worth then. I don't know. I mean, even
I
with the
understand.
suit over there to move shit, we ain't...
Well, maybe then taking that with us over is the right idea. Maybe Cham has the best interest at heart.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do it with the little portal. We'll actually have to dock then. Cham, how's that looking? Cham's pretty close to yelling
Yeah.
distance, isn't he?
Yes, you can yell towards him.
Yep. So far, so good. I've got maybe a quarter. I've checked a quarter of the tanks and no leaks so far.
I don't know what that kid was thinking. That was too fast. Jesus.
I must
yeah.
admit that I felt my
How you
heart leap
doing?
right out of my chest.
Yeah, I'm looking. I finally realized that. Oh yeah, I might want to take stock of whether Wilson's actually physically okay. Oh well, glad you're still in one piece with us, Mr. Wilson.
I do appreciate it, and I'm glad to say the same. You and Cham, being the experienced veterans, were wise enough to find seats as soon as the alarm sounded. I wish I had thought of the same.
Your safety is my top priority, I assure you. And
Don't
I
forget
kind
your
of
own, though. I
mess with
wouldn't want
that
anybody
harness.
risking their lives for me.
Oh, don't worry, we won't.
All right, we're going to switch back over here. Captain Miller. It's Miller time.
Mother, not that I don't trust Rye, but will you please prioritize all inventory at most value for survival and then most value for reselling?
So the cursor flashes for a couple of seconds, and then it produces two lists. One that is in order of survival, and one that is in order of any, what was it, monetary? A value?
Monetary. Yes.
So it's going to list that. Number one on the ones worth most money are the tanks of Tritium. Number two is the Montero. And then it lists other items and then the crew towards the bottom of that. The survival is going to give you a list of items from the maintenance area, along with quantities. That includes cutting torch, a bolt gun, motion tracker, the suits. Number one are the suits, of course, on there. So it's giving you a list of items like that.
Where's the crew on the list?
For survival?
Uh-huh.
The crew is not on the list.
Well, that's interesting. Wanted to see their value in survival.
Actually, I take that back. Let me get you a name.
Excellent.
There is one name on there, and it is. Look it up really quick. I want to make sure I have the right person. I think I do. Where are you? Daniel Cooper. You do not know that name. Shows up on that list.
Mother, who is Daniel Cooper?
Daniel Cooper is the scientist on the Kronos. Kronos, gotta say it right.
Mother, please track the old records of Dr. Daniel Cooper with the life forms on the ship currently in cryo. Do any match?
Last known location of Daniel Cooper was on the USCSS Kronos.
Which cryo bed was his?
Unknown. Mother not responding.
Mother, so helpful. I just, have I told you how much I love our chats? I will send the top survival gear, just like the first few things. I'm going to keep the 2 lists in my tablet, but I'll send some of the, like the top 5 to Rye for her inventory. Because she has a tablet too, I assume. Y'all have some sort of digital device?
No, they really don't. You haven't really bought.
No, that makes sense. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I
I'll
sent you
use
a.
comms.
Yeah. And I sent you something on Discord just so you're.
Excellent.
You're
Mother. Yes, you just wait for me. Yes. So I can think through things. Daniel Cooper. Was he assigned a model number? Sorry. Wait, hold on. Was he assigned a cryo bed serial or no model number? Is that what I'm at? Sorry, Mother. What is the model number?
Let me answer you that. Let me answer that one. Insufficient data. Kronos cryotubes randomly assigned upon. How do I say this? Cryotubes not assigned to specific personnel.
All right. Let's see. All right, Rye, come in.
Yo. What is it, Captain?
Always so professional. I'm going to have you check for a few gear that I know you're doing great, but I did ask Mother for some assessment on survival gear to ensure that we have it over when we first go over. Which is, Mother, talk through the comms to her, say the list. Top 5 items.
Pete.
So you're going to receive that, right? A list of items that you know exist down here. Some of it you have. Right? You're like, oh wait, the incinerator, I'm already carrying that. The grapple gun, and you see some of the other items that you're like, oh, that's kind of weird, why would I need that? But
You're the captain.
Yes, last time I checked. All right, thank you, Rye. Those comms. Mother, you're probably the most expensive thing on the ship after all the other stuff. Why weren't you on the list?
Mother's databanks have already been sent to homeworld.
An outside question. I'm assuming that there's no way of... no, wait. Would I know if I can link the mothers once I'm on the other ship?
You would know that, and you would be able to do that.
Excellent. Even though this is a newer version, in theory.
Mothers are backward compatible,
Perfect.
so they would have communication protocols that would allow them to communicate.
Can I downgrade to Windows 7?
You can go down to Windows ME and watch everything just explode in a cloud of smoke.
At
Yes.
least it wasn't Vista.
Oof. 3.11 for workgroups all the way. Here we go.
All right. I think I'm good with that before I blow up the computer.
It runs Windows for work. Yeah, it just. What was it? VFW was. What they used for? Anyways.
That's the one we all skipped.
Video for Windows. That was it. VFW.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you watched
The dark days.
Yeah, the good old days. Okay, so any other communication with Mother? It looks like you left the room. You're going back up to the bridge.
Okay.
All right, so everyone, we have inventory levels. Rye, you're getting the equipment that's there. We have folks up on the bridge. We have folks downstairs. I'm going to start with the bridge overall. What are the two of you doing? And then we're going to go down to the maintenance group.
I'm using you.
And with that, friend, we're going to end part 1.
I'm
of
gonna
this video
line up
right
the
now.
ship to where we could, like, do the connect the umbilical or whatever it's called. Still riding that high of
It's a good high.
awesome. It's
You
great high.
have a huge high going on.
Oh, I feel great. So gonna do that. Just focus on lining up the ship. So quick question though, is the other ship, now that like we're super close to it, looking at it, is it just dark because they just don't have any lights on?
You see no running lights at all on it, and you are so close to it. You're really like, you can barely see because you had your floodlights on. You can barely get any illumination because you're just that close to the ship.
Cool. So floodlights are on, and the reason why it's pitch black is because obviously it has 0 power. So okay. So I'm just gonna try to line
does it though? Because it is still moving, just very slowly.
There's no lights on. And so I'm just going to line up the ship so they could connect them and make it across and all that jazz.
Okay, that means you have to move your ship, right? You have to pull it away from the ship that you're matching speed with, right? You're both going at the same speed, so you maintain that distance. You need to be able to pull away and maneuver your ship so that the doorways are facing each other so they can connect.
Before I do anything, Captain,
Yes.
do you want me to stay right here? Or do you want me to line up the ships?
Hopefully Cham will have an answer for us soon. Cham,
Cham?
Yes, Cham.
how's that looking out there? What's your assessment on how we should approach?
I have. Hang on. I'm still doing the inventory, aren't I? One moment, Captain. I'm still completing the inventory. Probably should I be done by now? I think I should be
You're
done by
working on
now.
the inventory. I sent Rye to do that.
Not that inventory, Captain. I'm ensuring
Yes.
that none of the tritium tanks are leaking.
That
We
makes
do
perfect
not
sense,
wish
Cham.
to blow up.
I
in
like
the
your way of
process.
thinking.
So you're almost done with it. You
Yeah.
probably have a small handful, less than a dozen left to go.
Less than a dozen tanks to go, Captain, and so far no leaks. It looks that although there has been a little bit of shifting, no major damage to any of the tanks, so that's safe. If you're asking about moving over to the Montero, I still think we should air gap it. We shouldn't dock directly. That might be a little too dangerous, considering that this ship has been missing and moving for 75 years.
Cham, why don't we get over there, as you say, and then see maybe we can power it up and get a true dock going. Does that sound all right?
Aye, Captain. Sounds
All
good.
right. Davis, you got that?
So stay put.
Stay put.
Okay. Hands twitching over the, ready to go.
Do you really want her to stay in that chair? I'm just saying. I mean, bumper cars here with ships.
Oh, man.
Again. Okay,
If it were her turn, you could take away her pillows.
What did you just say, Stormy?
I said if it was your stream, you could take away your pillows.
Wow.
Sorry.
She's got a channel point redeem where you can. She's sitting on cushions, and she's got a channel point redeem where people take them away from her.
Okay, I am going to add a channel point redeem for next stream where Druid's pillows get taken away. But now, to be fair, Druid, you could do the same thing with Stormy. Is there a redeem that we need to do for him? You
I'm
have until
kidding.
next Friday to tell me.
Okay, I'll think about it and get back to you.
Your feet can reach the
I know,
pedals
I
better
know.
without the pillows, though.
But I can see out the window.
It's true.
Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys are awesome. All right. Cham, what are you doing? So you're going to wrap this up. You just finished your conversation with the captain. Again, you know you're going to finish this. It sounds like Wilson and Rye are done with their inventory and getting some last-minute supplies because you heard the comms on there.
Mm-hmm. I will go up and check Daisy again to see if she's running. But given that you said we are 3 feet away from the 3 feet, did you say that? Or 3 meters? 3 feet would have been right.
I said
3 meters away. That's close enough to actually, how do you say, physically EVA back out there, right? Rather than take Daisy over. That doesn't make too much sense at the moment. If we were further away, yeah, because Daisy is like 34 meters long. And if we are only 3 meters, it doesn't make too much sense to take Daisy over. So I just go and give Daisy a quick once over to ensure that she's still holding well. And then I suit up with my compression suit to prepare to EVA.
That's fine. So you're going to see Daisy is fine and looks good. Wilson, Rye, you see Cham come over and do a quick inspection of Daisy and then start putting on the suit. Cham, you do still hear the engine's running, so you know your ship is still moving. So if you're going to attempt a spacewalk, you know that you need to be tethered. You're not just going to be floating in space and then kind of pulling yourself forward. Do you want to say any? So you haven't said anything to Rye or Wilson. This was your communication back with Miller, but they're going to see you sitting up because they're here with you.
Given that they're moving, I will get on the line to Davis. Davis, a question. Given that we are moving, am I right in assuming that we are holding? How do I put it? Our relative velocity with the other ship is 0.
We're matched. Speed.
Okay. Good. That at least might be good, at least for EVA. We should be alright with the EVA. The problem is if we are moving differently.
Yeah. We're matched. We're good.
Okay, so you're going to go and suit up, correct?
Yes.
So you're going to be moving up here?
Maybe we should do the same, Rye, since he's suiting up. What do you think?
Rye's gonna... Well, did they make up their mind yet? Because I'm still carrying all the inventory with me, and I'm like one of those... If you see this person, like, going and picking up all their luggage for, like, vacation, you're just kind of walking back and forth with everything and just kind of...
So I'm going to give you all this inventory because you are going to be encumbered with it. And unless somebody takes something and we move it over to them, you're going to have a hard time moving.
Yeah.
Which I think is what you're trying to get at.
Yeah. Because they haven't decided. I haven't been told jack.
Yeah.
Well, you have add a character. You have the list, though, right?
I have I've been told to get the inventory, get the list, and everything, but we weren't told which way we were gonna dock yet.
Ah, okay. You know, that is a good point. It would be nice to know how we're going across, Cham.
Yeah, I was a little. I originally wanted to take Daisy, but looks like just a standard EVA might work. We've got 3 meters isn't a lot. We've got enough cables to get us across, so it should be fine, I think.
Spacewalk.
So, out of character, Daisy is a mini spacecraft, or it's like a lifter device?
So it is a lifter built into a ship meant to transfer items through space from one ship to another. So it has a propulsion engine on it, landing bay, but a flatbed and a giant claw on it. So you can fly that over, pick something up, or deliver something with it, and then lift it off the bed and drop it off. And it's about the length of almost, think of like a flatbed truck's bed. So that nice long bed. It's really long and about twice as wide as that bed. So about 12 feet.
Gotcha. And it could carry all 4 of us, right?
Oh, easily. It's meant to, it can actually carry, so those giant tanks that you're lugging around on the Montero, it can actually carry, I believe, there is a number. It can actually carry 2 of those at a time. And those are massive tanks.
Yeah, that's a
So
lot.
it can easily carry 4 people. I mean, 4 people fit a little tight, but inside the cab itself. You don't even have to be out on the bed.
Thank you. So, Cham, I kind of agree with you, sir. Wouldn't it make more sense for us to take the mini vehicle over as a further safety precaution, and because it can carry all of us and the gear at the same time?
I'm not opposed to that, but we know the orientation? I probably have to ask. We'll have to ask Davis what the orientation is, whether we are close enough to any of the access ports, if that's useful. Because if it's really close to our exit, it might be better just to EVA across than take the vehicle. If it is on the other side, sure, Daisy would be a much better option than trying to rotate the entire ship around.
I understand. That makes sense now. I see what you're saying. It's not going to be, if we're too close and we're not near the entry point of the other ship, then taking Daisy might make it more complicated than if we just went across on a sort of a zip line kind of thing. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. Exactly.
Thank you for clarifying.
Okay, and Rye, your inventory is updated, so you're carrying all this equipment that you were told to carry. It's pretty bulky, right? You have 2 extra suits, along with the motion tracker and a bolt gun that are there. Or actually, no, the bolt gun wasn't given to anybody. So, yeah.
When you
And your
add a
incinerator
character,
unit. Remember that.
yeah. When you say 2 extra suits, do you mean on top of the ones that we'd all be wearing?
Well, you're not wearing them, you're carrying them. Right? You haven't put them on.
We had him on hand.
Right.
Ah.
So you're still
I
carrying
have put
them.
mine on, though.
You're putting yours on right now. That is correct.
Yeah.
But yes, those are
That's,
2 in addition. For Rye, those are 2 in addition to the one that she has been carrying. So you have 1 that
Right.
you're carrying.
I'll help you put your suit on first if you'll do the same for me.
Character, would I know if we need to send all 3 of us first to hook up, or just the one? Because for someone to actually make sure that their tether doesn't break.
Do you
while
not
they're
trust
walking.
the equipment on the Montero? Captain Miller would only buy the best.
No, I don't trust.
Money is no object to Captain Miller for safety.
I look over my duct tape and said, no. You know what?
That's what your rope is made of. What do you mean?
Yeah, I know what my rope is made of. That's the problem.
So you can. There are two ways to do it. You know that there is a winch that you could attach the suit to and mechanically reel it out and reel it in to help someone, or it's just from the outside. You could, attach yourself to that and just kind of free float out there.
I'd like option A.
Well, I mean, Cham's the one. You got to talk to Cham, not to me.
Yeah, Cham, you want a free float or you want a little bit of safety out there? I mean,
Where
yeah.
have you scanned the ship to see where the docking port is?
Not yet, but I'm just
Can we?
giving you the
Mother?
Yeah. Yeah, Mother, can we scan?
Can we scan for ports of entry on the other ship?
You can. Mother comes back with a high-level diagram, and it shows you a single docking port on the other ship.
Is it close to where we are or far from where we are? That's what I'm most interested in knowing.
It is nice and far from where you are because you are at the back of the ship near the engines.
Okay.
And
In that case, let's take Daisy over.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have no interest in leapfrogging across the entire length of the science ship to get inside.
Are you sure? Because you seemed all for it like 10 seconds ago.
I would have been all for it if we were near the docking area. We
It's
aren't.
only like 120 meters away. Come on. What could go wrong?
You know what? I'm gonna put these suits on Daisy just in case.
Oh, you're putting the other two suits in Daisy?
Yeah, we're taking Daisy. These suits are coming with.
Okay.
Well, actually, shouldn't we be wearing the suits even though we're inside of Daisy?
No, not the ones, not the one that I'm gonna wear. Just the extra ones.
Well, but if we
I
take
don't know
them,
if-
then the captain won't have one, correct? Neither
I will
will.
leave. Davis
neither-
isn't coming.
Well, no, but
Just Miller.
Like they are emergency suits, I would assume. So we
Oh.
don't want to be.
Ryan was
just
ready
freaking out
to
over there.
leave.
No, Druid, you can just free fall.
I mean, I kind of deserve it at this point.
Math wasn't my strong suit either, and I dropped the suits. Fine.
All right, so you
Suit
drop
up.
two suits. Go ahead and remove them from your
Suit up.
inventory. You're going to right-click on the little pencil icon, and it'll remove two suits from your inventory.
Okay.
I
Suit up, Wilson.
Of course. And yeah, I'll start suiting up. And you still have quite a few inventory items there. You might want to share them around to Cham and I.
Miller! Captain! Miller
Yes?
time, Captain.
Right?
Inventory. Then I give her the rundown. Is that what you
Excellent.
wanted?
Sounds
Great.
good. Just make sure that you can get it all over there safely. Remember, priority is getting power onto the ship so we can get Mother attached and us docked.
You got it, Captain.
Then I start loading all that crap on the ship. Come on, Cham. This better be worth it.
All right, so you're loading everything onto Daisy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, including the extra two suits?
No.
Or you're going to leave them down here?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
With extra holes.
Okay, you make some holes in the suits. Is
No,
that
I don't make holes.
I'm just going by what I'm hearing, okay?
The holes say Miller.
Spelled out.
Spelling it out with a pencil, the screwdriver
Back
right
with
into the
duct
suit.
tape.
And Davis, but
Nice.
you crossed it out because you misspelled it. So you wrote it again under.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to load everyone, all three of you, I should say, onto Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to fly Daisy?
Well, before we go, before we do start loading on, I'm gonna go over to the terminal and to the intercom. Captain, weren't you wanting to go over for the first go round or not?
Not first go around. I'm waiting for that docking. If you can't make it, I'll make sure to join you, but hopefully we can do this proper leg.
Makes sense. We'll get it done.
I expect it. You are a company man after all. They must have chosen you for a reason.
Well, I mean, it's really Cham and Dry who get the work done. I'm just here along for the ride. as
Oh,
it
look at
were.
that. We agree again.
Okay. My question is, what will it take to pilot Daisy? Is it piloting or something else? Given that she's a loader.
So it's a
Or
loader.
is she
This is actually heavy machinery because she's not
Oh.
meant to actually fly. She's a giant flatbed that you're going to load stuff on, right? Well, actually, you would be flying between ships and coming up with it. So yeah, I'm going to go with piloting.
Okay. My heavy machinery is good. My piloting is horrible.
Wilson, what you're piloting?
So, well, but it's not a standard, right, ship. This is something that you guys do have experience with, the two of you.
Mhm.
Wilson probably not, because Wilson's never worked a day in his life. He's a company man. So this is something that.
So
only
let me
the
make
two
it
of you-
quite clear. There's a very good reason why people think that company men are greedy sons of bitches. I am a greedy son of a bitch, but I'm
You
also a
cleared that
clever
up.
son of a bitch, and I know that I do not know how to pilot any of this stuff, and I do not know how to maintain any of this stuff, and I need people like yourselves to make sure that my greedy son of a bitch ass gets back to a planet. So we have a mutual interest in all of us surviving. So please don't ask me to pilot anything except a pen.
Okay.
So
Cham, buddy.
This is based on
Yes.
agility, right? Piloting is agility. I'm going to say both of you have, in your past experiences, have flown this. So if the two of you are there helping each other, I'm going to give you
Okay.
bonus die for that. But I need to know who's actually controlling it, because they're the ones who are going to roll for it.
Is it,
Cham.
you want me to do it? Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Something goes wrong. It was you.
All right.
Okay, so do I just straight roll?
Let's take it as it's going to happen. So you're loading yourselves in there. You're
Yep.
going to open the docking doors, really, because you're going to float out of your ship, and then you're going to engage the engines out there.
Mm-hmm.
And anything you want to do before you disengage the safety lock so that you can lift off of the Montero?
I do the standard procedures. Ensure that all safety locks are disengaged. Also try to get a physical view of it, because again, I've been around tech long enough to know the computer doesn't always tell you everything. Try to ensure that I've got, like, as clear as possible, got a physical clarity of view, and then I take it out nice and slow. Don't want to hit anything on the way out.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to go with, again, we're going to do a straight pilot on it. I already gave
Yep.
you your bonus on there.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
And
I'm
here
going to just
goes.
have you do it one time. Okay.
One
So
time.
you're able to lift up off the Montero. You are outside. And you're trying to fly in a straight line towards where Mother told you the docking port is. But you know what? Your ship's kind of moving off to the side a little bit. Not flying.
Okay.
You're not in the pipe 5x5.
Okay. Can
you
I
can push it. You can push if you like. It does
Push
that
is
one
reroll
stress.
all the dice. Reroll all the die, right?
That is correct.
Okay. I will push. And I pressed too many times. Sorry.
That's okay.
Only
gonna
the
go
first
back.
one counts, right?
Yep. Hold on. Let me delete. And you have 2 successes. You do have a stress, but because
Yep.
your stress is so low, you keep it together. Doesn't impact.
So
it.
I increase my stress by 1 more.
It should have automatically increased it for you. Oh no, it doesn't.
Okay.
You do have to increase it by 1.
So just
I
to
think-
clarify, I pushed that one stress that was automatically increased.
Yes, that is correct.
And then do I add a stress for the failure?
It did not tell you to, so no, you do not.
Okay, fair enough. Then it's good.
Yeah, if you were to
My stress is
add
gone.
a stress every time you stressed, some of them
Ah.
do that. We saw that in
Okay,
some
yeah.
of the ones that our fantastic pilot had, and some of them take it away. Right? We saw Davis lost one, and everybody else in the room gained one.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're good. You're able to bring it right back, and you've got Rye helping you as you're maneuvering. And Rye, you're like a little more to the left, a little more. Oh no, too far. Go back to the right.
Further left.
And then you guys are going to make it. You make it. You are right next to the docking door. That's right there. You're, let's see, how far away would you be? Probably around, let's say, how far is this? Let me measure this really quick. That's weird. My computer doesn't sound good. Let's say you're about 8 meters away. It's about 26 feet. 25 feet. So yeah, about 8 meters away from the door.
Okay.
And were we going to stop here? Where did you guys? I remember you said you wanted to get to a certain point, and then
This
we were
is
gonna
pretty much where I was good stopping, yeah.
Yeah, that way we don't get new information and then wait a week.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you we're about to start Act 2. So
Nice.
this is we
Okay.
need
Oh my god.
yeah
You're alive.
we need about another
Barely.
half hour to 45 minutes before we hit Act 2. So this is a good place because everything, things happen now. You have 3 people who are floating out in space in a docking port, and they left 2 people back on the ship. So this is going to be awesome. Oh man! All right, so we're going to stop here.
Yep.
We're good with that, everyone.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Everyone,
Sounds good.
Yes.
you okay there, TCAT?
Yeah, put a poll. Put the poll up right now. Who's the first to bite the dust?
All right.
Me.
All right, let me open up. What's
Somehow
our
we
chat?
blow up our main ship while you guys are
Oh
on
my
the
God.
other ship.
Oh
you
my
guys are all
god.
on it, and it's like, oh my goodness! Create a new poll. Who
Where are the suits?
will die first next week?
This was phenomenal.
Oh my
It was
goodness!
so much fun.
So
Honest
Rye,
vote is
TCAT. Go ahead. I'm creating the poll with the name so everybody knows who's who.
It's all good. My honest vote is Wilson. Only
Yes.
because he's never done this before.
What, a
Right.
spacewalk? I'm sure he's done spacewalks before.
Yeah, it's the spacewalk.
Hmm.
The funny thing is that I have a higher agility than they do. So if they don't have any piloting skills, I actually would have been better as the pilot.
It's all your morning yoga.
That's it, exactly.
Wilson is contractually obligated to live forever.
It does give us better percentage, at least 200% if I'm doing the math correctly.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I, as player, am so sorry for the almost total party wipe. My character is not. Me as player, I am mortified.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
You have no reason to apologize, love.
It was
That was
beautiful.
an incredible moment that you gave
It's
us.
Awesome.
I don't
was-
mind because it's like close but no cigar, but the opposite.
Yeah.
We all get cigars as well.
We all get cigars, but the Wilson's got to pay for it. The cat has
Absolutely.
2 votes.
Oh, people can put more than one vote. Absolutely. They can do it. So the poll is live. Wow. Wilson, you just took the lead. Wow. Wilson's really taking the lead right now.
Got a lot of
Um,
points.
On it.
Oh my god.
Wait. Miller is just stepping up now. Oh no. Oh no.
Fate,
Let's go.
I'll do your vote. What is your vote? 'Cause
The,
you
the
can't vote.
funny
He's
part
on
is
mobile.
Davis, 0 votes. The one who's stressing out the most.
We can.
Actually-
That's okay. I'll make it even. Everyone gets a vote.
No, Davis is going to be the cause of other
You all
people's
could have
death, not her own.
Oh,
Joel Trex. Why don't you tell me? I'll do your vote for you. I guess I
yeah.
gotta
I'll
go to my
same
own
thing with
stream.
Fate. Same thing with Fate. I'll do your vote for you.
Hold on. I'm
Oh,
opening up my own.
no.
I'm opening my stream so I can add it on there.
Yeah.
Cham must live forever.
All right. So I see
Cham.
Cham. All right.
We'll
I'll
give
do
you
it,
Yeah,
Cham.
Joel
Just
votes
has-
Cham because
The nice guy always gets it first.
Oh no.
I would be so
Oh.
sad.
Well, I mean,
like
he-
Cham.
Yeah,
He's
Cham's
wearing a
sweet.
red shirt.
Oh no!
Ensign red shirt. Yeah, I wasn't
He
gonna
is
call it
wearing a
out.
red shirt. Oh, that's funny. And Drew's like, what does that mean?
I'm assuming it's a movie reference. I guess.
Oh.
It's actually a TV show reference from Star Trek. The red shirts always die first in the old Star Trek.
Oh, Banana Tom gave us a everyone when Davis crashes the ship.
After we get out. That'll be
If so,
great.
I hope she dies first. Thank you, Fate. Oh my goodness. And I think we're in the middle of an ad break. Thank you, Twitch, for the worst timing in the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and for you Twitch streamers, did you see now people on Twitch can buy out of ads? Instead of per streamer,
Oh
they
my
can just say, I pay Twitch $15 a month, and I don't see it for anybody. Isn't
Yeah.
that great?
Yeah.
Remember, they're
Yeah,
huge
it's
for
an
us.
interesting concept. Is it? It's
Yeah.
how much
Wasn't
per
that
month?
what Turbo was?
It's only $15 a month, and you get no ads for as many streams as you go to.
Yeah.
Wasn't that what Twitch Turbo was?
Yeah,
That is
it
Twitch
used to
Turbo.
be like
Yeah.
$7
That is
or
what
something.
he's talking about. Yeah,
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 except
he-
and you
they
can
raise
show
the price.
custom color for that you can make for your lettering too.
Oh yeah, well, see, I would do it
Now
just
up
for the
to
different
6.
color. All right, ad is ending in 2 seconds. That is correct, Emerald. Nothing goes to the streamer whatsoever. No ad revenue.
I
No,
thought they
hey,
did.
they subbed. No, because you're completely skipping all ads. We get nothing.
Really?
Sounds like the company all over again.
Twitch,
you know?
Twitch makes money. It's Weyland-Yutani. I mean, yeah. All right, so
You mean Amatani?
So we are wrapping up the stream. I'm sorry, we're wrapping up the poll. If anyone wants to vote again, who is going to die first? Right now, I will tell you that Wilson is in the lead, barely, in front
Like 2
of
points.
Rye and Cham.
You should have added an option for none of the above in case we all survive.
The polls can only have 5 options.
That's
Oh.
true.
Oh.
That's true.
So I could have left off Davis, right? I mean, Druid's going to be the one alive at the end because it's like
You're gonna be
between
the only one.
pills. You know, she'll have the twitch going on, right? Her whatever, the
Very
shoulder
stressed.
going up, but totally fine.
It's fine.
The twitch is fitting that she's got the twitch.
Yeah.
I already have the wiggles so bad, you know? I've been fidgeting this whole time, and I'm just like, I'm so unprofessional. Like, I look at the screen, and everybody's just sitting all chill and stuff, and here I am, just like, I'm gonna touch this box for no reason next to me. And, like, whatever. Take her pills and she dies first.
Oh my gosh.
You want to see the height difference? So this is me with my pillows. All right.
Oh.
This is why everybody laughs at me, because this is me without them.
There's a lot
Pillows.
of pillows.
And here's
Yeah.
the thing with Fate has to drop the chair down so that he's at the same level as her on the pillows. It's great.
It is,
Where is
yeah.
where is Fate? You know what? Where's Fate and Star Kitty? I think it's fair. I'm making a request. DM's request.
DM's request, husband? Husband!
Only if she wants to.
If they want
Star
to,
Kitty?
I'm not going to force it.
She's as
Because-
tall as she needs to be, says I love you,
That's so sweet,
Ryan.
Ryan.
See?
You're the best. Ryan G is
Awesome.
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 Looks like we're about to have a
Yeah, are we getting a
guest
guest to appear?
little cameo.
There
Come
he
on
is.
up.
I see Fate.
Hi, Kitty.
Extirpate Fate, everyone.
Huh? I may or may not have accidentally kicked my
Jeez.
dice tray at one point.
Even remember yours.
There we go. There she is.
Yay.
How are you, Star Kitty? Thank you for coming on camera.
Good.
Good. Excellent.
Look at Fate. He looks, he's like a Jedi.
Yeah,
What's up,
exactly.
dude?
It's like I could hide behind this icon.
We have similar style.
I love you, but like,
There's Fate. There we go. Oh, Emily, you got the same thing. Look at that.
It's
Oh,
a
wow.
Jedi who can tell.
Okay.
You look
this
so
is me.
cool. By the way, I love your hair.
The
Same
Jedi
with
Master.
you, T-Cat. Both of you ladies, your hair is amazing.
Hey, Fate,
Thank
how are
you.
you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing all right. What do you think so far? How do you think Druid's doing
Driving.
piloting the ship?
Well, it sounds exactly like her trying to pilot a car.
No.
Shots are
On
fired.
the-
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Every single time.
Oh, my gosh.
I've never seen you drive though.
Yes,
Biting my
I have.
nails.
I've
Biting
watched
my
you drive.
nails.
I watched you drive the plague, and it was terrifying. I also watched my mom just decide to give it gas as you're like, no, 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 and then just saucer ride panic. It was pretty hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome. Kind of like a ship that's about to crash in another one, and someone just goes and hits the throttle maximum, and
Yeah.
then the emergency brake on it.
Yes, exactly.
All right, friends.
Oh,
So,
yes.
um, everyone, thank you so much. Fate and Star Kitty, thank you for coming on. T-Cat, you know, I'm going to ask for him next week, so I'm giving you a week's notice if he wants to get on.
Star Kitty's
Oh.
the best.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. No. Yeah.
Like, he's gonna have to get by all the. I haven't even moved all the
You gotta
Adepticon
unpack
goodies, so
first.
they're still
Yeah.
sitting behind me, like
And the
two
paints.
boxes of big tanks. Yeah,
The paints that you did not buy, definitely not buy.
I
Any
did not
paints.
buy any paint.
All right, friends. So we're going to wrap up right now. I want to thank everyone for being here today. Fantastic time. Really quick, we're going to go round the table one more time. I'm going to ask everyone. You can say goodbye, and I want to hear you say your Twitch handle, and to make sure, even though it's on the screen, I want to make sure people give you a follow. And then I'll wrap up, and then we'll just finish talking on Discord.
Perfect.
So, Emily, I'm going to start with you.
Emily from Plague Pals with a Y.
I typed it that way. Playgue.
Indeed, I just felt like it was special that way.
Well, you are special. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Druid.
Druid IRL. All lowercase with an underscore. Druid underscore IRL.
Multiple times a week. Make sure you give her a follow. Plague. Also Plague Pals, even though that's Emily and Plague Dragon. TCAT?
TCAT with 2 L's on each side as brackets, so I can distinguish myself from other TCATs if they're there, and it confuses the crap out of everyone. Not TCATL, not TCAT, just it's TCAT, but we
TCATsis,
spell it
that's right.
weird. TCATsis.
Shalale you'll find here next Friday.
Yes.
And then
Yes, I
Stormy.
will.
Stormy D _SSG stands for Storm Saga Games. So
Excellent. Multiple
Love
streams
you
throughout the week, including. Are you guys doing
D&D
anything?
tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you.
D&D 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be fantastic. I will be there in chat with them. You will also see Extirpate Fate, who was just up there with Druid, and where'd she go? Where's Starkey? And Starkey will also be there, and in chat, Banana Tom, right? Banana Tom's in it, of course he is.
Oh,
Banana
BT
Tom?
is one of the players.
Absolutely. Banana Tom will also be there, who also does stream and is part of the group there. So thank you, everyone. I know normally I go and we have our special screen, but I'm going to go and raid us out. I think I did see Foos is still on, so we're going to do a raid over to Fooska, who is playing some D&D. No, she's not. Shadowrun.
Ooh.
Awesome. All right, well, we're going to
Ooh, I
go
love
and raid
Shadowrun.
out to Fooska.
Also, Garrus,
Yes.
if I die, I could always be an evil computer for you.
You
Yes,
can.
please do. Please.
Oh,
If you
that's
really want
awesome.
some insulting moments.
That's
I need
incredible.
this. I need
Blade
this.
Dragon, you're amazing.
I can also do a very good evil computer. So if I die, I can also be mother. So
By the
Okay.
end, let's all die and just become evil robots.
I'm so down.
Whole new universe.
I like this plan.
Oh
What's
my
going
God.
on here?
All of a sudden, Mother becomes sentient, and the science ship decides humanity needs to be wiped off the face of the map, and you're just going to go planet and space station, and that's not a... Why am I saying this out loud? Because that's possible in this game. I shouldn't be saying this. Okay, anyways.
You should have been nicer to cats when you had the opportunity.
Hopefully Davis won't kill us all.
Birth of the Borg.
Oh my gosh. All right, friends. Let's go over to...
TPK.
Is it Fees? What Fooska is? Yeah, she is. She's playing right now. So, Nieners is running it. Excellent. So thank you all for being here. We will be here next Friday, continuing 8 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. So Greenwich Mean -4 hours. So 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, everything in between there. You can figure it out. We hope to see you. Please give me feedback. Give anyone here feedback. We'd love to hear it. It's our first time coming together as a group. I am
Yeah.
super excited. And I think they've done an incredible job to every single one of these people here. And we wish them all the best of luck for next week. Take care, my friends. We will see you then.
Goodbye. Goodbye,
All
goodbye.
right. See you. Bye-bye.